I sustained a TBI, actually a DAI, diffuse axonal brain injury, in a motor vehicle accident on May 18, 2006, while I was attending a work function for my employer, Molson Coors Canada. At that time, I was driving from Vancouver to Kelowna to attend a work function. I was traveling with my wife and former twin children as they went back in infancy, and we were involved in what they call a single vehicle rollover. There were no witnesses that saw the scene of the accident, but so they assumed that an animal crossed the highway. I swerved to avoid the animal, and the van I was driving rolled and rolled and rolled and came to a stop. My diffuse axonal brain injury left me in a coma for 6 months. Doctors said that I would never speak, eat, or walk ever again. And now for me, it's been 18 years of rehabilitation, physical rehabilitation, and cognitive rehabilitation as well. So it's working with physios, working with OTs, especially speech therapists, dietitians, and numerous professions that help me take my game to the next level. Because the doctors told my parents I would never speak, eat, or walk ever again. So now what you see is 18 years of drive. And number two, support, of course, by all these various professions that I mentioned beforehand. And the one that stands out the most is the OT profession. And to this day, I continue working with an occupational therapist on my vocational goals. Because one day I want to give back, I want to speak in the corporate marketplace about the importance of workplace safety at all times. So now to this day, I'm still now 18 years into my journey, still supported by WorkSafe VC because my injury happened at work, and I'm working with an OT still to this day. So I probably worked with probably a few OTs over the last 18 years, from the very beginning, from wheelchair needs to walking needs to helping me in the kitchen, cooking skills, washing my clothes, bedding, etc. So I've worked with numerous OTs in various roles, helping me elevate my game to the next level. I was first at Royal Inland Hospital after the accident, and I was flown then back to Vancouver, BC, because my injury happened in Kamloops. So once I came here to Vancouver, BC, I started working with an OT when I first moved into my other group home. I live in a semi-supported environment now where we get help with our everyday needs. But before this, I was living in a total care facility, living life out of a wheelchair. So I started working with an OT back in the very beginning, early stages, on wheelchair needs, assisted devices, cooking skills, things like that. I would say one thing that stands out to mind is this: it has helped elevate my game to the next level in terms of building my confidence for what I'm able to do. If I think of what I'm able to do now versus what I was able to do, let's say shortly after I came to my senses back then, I would say that now I'm able to go to Tim Hortons for a simple cup of coffee with a friend who picks me up here at their house, or we go to Starbucks, we go to hockey games, concerts, venues like that. So I'm able to enjoy life to the fullest, even now with my current limitations. So an OT has helped me regain the confidence to be able to enjoy those simple things in life again, and now improve sorry my quality of life as well. I would say that I'm quite content with my quality of life. I accept myself as is with my limitations, my deficiencies, etc. But I'm able to enjoy life to the fullest, to go to these simple things that I just mentioned beforehand, to go visit my kids, to see them in their sports, school activities, etc. So I'm able to make it, enjoy life, and I want to make a difference in this world. I would say that there's no treatment or activity that I preferred or I enjoyed the most because each one has helped elevate my game to the next level. But I'll share this with you is is because now I'm working on vocational goals, on wanting to give back to others to prevent accidents like mine 18 years ago. So I would say that now I enjoy my role with my OT work with me now the most because it excites me. It gives me, it's like in the next phase, the next chapter of my life, etc. Rather than just surviving before enjoying life based with the small things. I'm taking my game to the next level, and I'll then be able to give back to share my story to say, whoa, watch out for this, watch out for that, be safe at all times. The advice I would give to people who are just starting to work with an OT after TBI is this: slow and steady wins the race. And the second thing I would like to add is this: slow and steady wins the race is my number one. But number two is Rome was not built in one day. So, like for example, if you think back to my story, it's now been 18 years from coma accident to being in a coma for 6 months to now being able to access email, Facebook, Zoom, get engaged visually, cognitively. So I keep making progress to this day with my recovery. So my advice would be is never ever give up on your clients. Like for example, I have not used the word plateau yet in my recovery because I continue to this day to reach a new level. So there is no such thing as plateau. 18 years ago, I was this. 18 years later, I'm now at ease with myself, being able to do this, to do that, etc. So there's no ceiling in recovery. To this day, whether it be breath by breath, speech by speech, step by step, I continue to make progress. I would say the advice to OTs wanting to work with individuals like myself or with a similar condition is to foster a positive and sorry, enriching environment, an atmosphere that allows the individual to gain confidence in themselves, in their abilities, in helping them achieve new levels in the recovery, reach new levels. So I say praise, positive atmosphere, support is the thing that helps brain injury survivors continue to make small progress with this recovery. So if I think back to what I'm doing now, I've been a UBC healthcare mentor now for the past 5 years. So this involves me sharing my experience of navigating through the healthcare system over the last 18 years so that they become more enriched, knowledgeable healthcare professionals. So that is my way of doing that. But back to your question, it's praise the individual, positive atmosphere, support, encouragement. Those are the things that we need to do with whether it be brain injury survivors or people that have been through an accident. Those things are very important to allow the individual to make progress, etc.